Paul, good to have you on here. Thank you very much
Uh,
for joining me today. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. Thanks for asking me on.
Yeah. Now, you come from a musical family, right?
I do. Well, my father was a singer when he was younger. He was in a band. That's how he met my mom. He was on stage at a venue in Brooklyn, and they met there. So, but it wasn't long after they got together and married and had kids that he kind of stopped. He stopped doing that whole thing. He had to go get the real job and take care of the household and the finances and stuff like that. So he went and did that. And it wasn't until later in life that he started playing again when I asked him to start playing with me and singing and doing some harmonica stuff. So there was a big hiatus in there. But yes, he grew up like he was singing. He had a record out in 64 or something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
Did you ever ask him what it would have been like if he kept on pursuing music when you were younger?
Uh, I I mean, sure. I mean, that conversation has come up, but it's never come up like, "Hey, why haven't you done that?" He just kind of explained that, like, yeah, there wasn't money there, so it's not like he was like a big artist, and he was like, "I have kids, so I have to go. I have to like
Right.
sell my stuff," and that's the decision I made, and he was happy doing it. Um, yeah, yeah, I mean, I think he made the right choice. And now he gets it back now doing the Schalda stuff, the family stuff. It came back to him later in life, to get to, record records and hang out with his sons and stuff. So
That must be amazing.
it is cool, man. It is. It's really cool. It's rare that we get to get together and play. We're all spread out throughout the country now, but um, just being able to do that and have that is special. Yeah, for sure.
I do agree with that sentiment, Paul. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie to you.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you.
Do you think you'd be searching for something else to take the place of music if it wasn't ingrained early on in your life through your
I'm
father?
sure. I'm sure. I mean, I was a big athlete growing up. I played everything like up until high school. I'm not saying I would have been good enough to play professionally any of them, but I probably would have pursued some sort of career in some sort of sporting activity or something like that. I really enjoyed it. And then music came along, and I was like, this is more fun. Um, and so I stopped doing that. But yeah, if I would imagine it would be something along that avenue if music didn't come along and do it.
Like pickleball or something like that. I understand.
I haven't played yet. It's big out here.
I think it's big everywhere.
In
I don't know why it's. I mean, it really had some energy behind it. It
Have you
seemed.
played?
No, come on,
I mean,
come on,
you never
Paul.
know. You don't know. You
I'm
don't
not.
know.
Let me.
I'm
Let
not.
me.
I'm not judging either way. I
I'm
like
judging.
tennis.
I'm judging one way. People can discern which way I'm judging.
Nice. I dig it.
When did you know that music was going to be a large part of your life? Was that early on?
I think so. I think my father again, while he gave it up the idea of doing it professionally and pursuing that, he played to us growing up all the time. Like going to sleep, he'd sing us, like when we were babies, young, 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 and he would sing us tons of songs on the acoustic guitar to like put us to sleep. And I mean, this was up until we were probably like 8, 6, and 4 or something like that. Um, so I kind of had this idea that no matter what, whether I make it in music or don't make it in music, I'm going to do something like this for the rest of my life. Like just pick up a guitar and play. So yeah.
Has that definition of making it in music, has that changed since first thinking about it to now?
You know, I don't think so. I think people have different ways of viewing what success is. Um, I was always at least for the most part, was able to separate what like being famous was from being successful in music. at least what my definition of successful was in music. And really, that's just being able to make it and create it and record it, and that's really it. Like for the artist, I would believe. Well, for myself, like it's like that's successful. But also things like I get to sing songs with my father, and I get my daughters on a song, and that is that's successful. Like that, I in my eyes, like I win that whole thing for me. Like that's what
Absolutely.
I'm getting what I need to get out of it. Like I can't imagine what would be more fulfilling,
Right.
you know. So, but everyone has their own idea of what success is in I guess any field really.
I like your definition of success, Paul.
Thanks.
I like that a lot. Um,
Thank you.
what keeps music interesting to you? What keeps that fire going?
For me, I think it's I like making and creating vocal melodies. That's kind of where I get excited about listening to a couple of chords that are generally the same chords. Um, there's only a certain amount of chords you can play, so it gets repeated a lot. But being able to think about what kind of vocal sound, melody, and the way of singing is fun for me. Is a lot of fun for me. Like that's what really keeps me excited about it in general. You know,
Is that something you have to work at to keep that interest alive, or is it kind of just self-feeding and that the energy is there irregardless?
I think it's there regardless for the idea of like just oh this is what I'm attracted to when thinking about creating music. This is what I get inspired by. Like how am I going to switch around my voice and which way to sing with the chords and with the way that the music's being played and um, just that the energy of the song. How do you match the vocal energy to that song? So, I mean, not every song ends up being that way. Sometimes you write the guitars and the vocals and everything together, but then sometimes you get some music put together and you get a band in there you're like, oh, okay, this is how we've shaped this song. How can I shape the vocals so that it's not so it's not something that's just so obvious
Right. It's
for
not
me.
it's there's some separation between the two
This is
perhaps.
just something that said, "Oh, all right, that guy went this way with that."
Hmm.
Like, and so maybe other creatives would be like, "Oh, I could hear this and this and this," and I guess that's just what's great about making music in general or creating is that we each have our different takes and views and contributions to it.
Right. Well, where did this journey start for you, Paul? What do you consider the starting point,
The
the
starting
genesis
point
of
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 like
your
just
own music?
of just singing or of just
Sing all of this, singing and playing guitar, whatever the starting point is for you. However
uh,
you want to take it, Paul. That's the
all
nice
right.
thing about this
I,
podcast.
I like
People could
this.
answer it however
Thanks.
they want.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Well, what I really want to talk about is how I feel about vaccines.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Uh,
Yeah. Can we pull up the slide? Yeah. We got some.
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I started young. Like I said, my pop was singing with us, and he had the boys, and we were all singing harmonies. He was teaching us harmonies growing up.
And
I don't think I.
there's three of you, right?
Yeah, I have an older brother and a younger brother.
Oh, you're middle.
Um,
Okay. All
the middle.
right.
Yeah, yeah. It's not the middle child. It's the second child. I noticed from my second daughter. So, so I believe it's not the middle child. It's the second child.
Second
But
child. My
that being
apologies.
said, yeah, that being said, yeah, I picked up the guitar when I was super young, and my father took me for lessons, and I didn't like it. I remember telling him, like, "Pop, man, I'm sorry, I don't like this." And he was so fucking cool. He was just like, "Then you don't have to do it." He was like, "You pick it up when you're ready to pick it up." I was like, "Fuck yeah, that's awesome. Thank you." I was nervous telling him because he went through all the hoops to find me a guitar teacher and the lessons and the thing, and it just didn't hit me at that time. And then as I
What about
got
with your
older,
brothers? Did your brothers
my
have that drive
well,
at
my
that
younger
point?
brother was playing piano. I mean, I'm sorry, my older brother was playing piano from like 4 years old, 5 years old. Very good, really, really talented. And he took lessons and studied, and Um, then played throughout the high school and stuff like that. And just he had it like he from a young age, and he loved it. He was really talented. I mean, he still plays a lot. Obviously, he plays all over the new Schalda record and tons of other musicians out at Diamond West. He works out at Diamond West in Pasadena. But he had it. My younger brother, he was more the sports guy. So I think being in the middle, I kind of got a little bit of inspiration from my older brother with the music thing, and a little bit of love with the sports thing from my younger brother, and I enjoyed doing both. But William was more the musician, Carmine was more the athlete, and I was kind of a little mix of both growing up. And then when I was later, I like when I turned 20, I picked up the guitar. I was like, fuck it, I want to start writing my own songs. Prior to that, I was just singing over other people's songs and stuff like that. And so I picked it up at 20, and yeah, I'm still really not good at it, but I love it.
Do you remember what it was at that point that you said, okay, it's time?
Oh, it was probably drugs and alcohol, like real nice mix of inspiration. No, something just clicked. It was like, man, this is what you want to do. Like, you want to like see what you could do. Like, pick it up. Like, I didn't take lessons. I just taught myself. Um, you just put your fingers on the strings and see what sounds really nice, and then you could just write melodies over that. And that's kind of how I've learned. And then through the years, people tell me, oh, that's that chord, and that's that chord, and that's that chord. Like, oh, cool.
But you're not interested in that
I
business.
don't. I still. I mean, some people will name a chord that I'm playing. I'm like, that's great. I have no idea. I did not know that. But yeah, I mean, it just from repetition, you get some of them. I know your EADGBs and stuff like that. I know a couple of minor chords. Like, I could call them out. But other than that, not. No, I don't really have an interest in, like, I don't know. I think that'll just take the fun out of it. I'm not a professional. You know what I mean? I do it
You're
for the
doing it your way.
I do it because I love it. It's fun. The way it makes me feel. I love it.
Love of the game.
That's it, baby. That's it. How
The
about them
love of
Knicks,
the
huh?
love of pickleball.
Hey, one
So
day.
this begins at 20, and were you kind of off to the races at that point? Just let's
Mm,
let's go with it.
yeah, I was messing around. Like, we had a couple bands. I like indie pop bands. And I was just messing around with some friends, playing some stuff. Nothing crazy, nothing like super super crazy. Just locally in New York City, doing some stuff. It wasn't until geez, yeah, I guess it was a couple years later I put out a record with a friend's label out there under the name Pablo, and that was in 2006. 2006. That was that first record. And then I'd get some attention here and there, and we do some shows, but it was always just like an on and off kind of thing. I always needed to have a 9 to 5. I never really thought about it being like a real profession. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is that kind of the way that you still look at it now?
Oh, absolutely. I have kids. I have my little girls. Like,
So
this is
it's
absolutely,
time to go
this is a
full into
hobby.
music. This
Yeah,
is
this is a hobby. This is
right.
a hobby that I am grateful that people connect with, and people want to talk to me about it. And but this is fully it's a hobby. Like, I'm raising my daughters. Like, that was a conscious decision. I was touring with this guy Charles Bradley right before for a couple of years before I had my first daughter. But I knew once my first daughter came into the world, like, I wasn't gonna be going 10 months out of the year. It's a lot. And
Yeah, right.
that's just not. Maybe when I get older, it'll come back to me when they're in college and stuff like that, and I can get out more often and mess around with it, and have some fun.
Yeah, but this is not a time of it being mellowed out. It's gotta be there at
Oh, I
that
got little
foundation
ones. Yeah,
point,
I
right?
got a couple more years, man. I got a couple more
Right.
years. I had kids late in life, so
That's awesome. How
it is
did you?
awesome, man.
Yeah,
It's the coolest shit in the world, man. It
that's
really is.
that's fantastic.
Man, I'm very lucky. I am.
Um, how did you get into that sort of hired gun scenario
Yeah,
with playing with Charles? And I'm assuming that you're doing that with a couple of the people as well, right?
No, actually,
Just him. Wow.
I was working as a paralegal in Long Island City, and I was finishing my first record under the name Paul and the Tall Trees with my man Tommy Brennick, who produced Charles stuff. He's an old friend from Staten Island. And when we were in the studio doing the Pablo record, I'm sorry, the Paul and the Tall Trees record, it's all the same. He had heard me and my father and my brother Will. So always had my brother William playing piano on these things. Like I told you, he grew up playing piano. He's excellent, excellent pianist. So I brought him in, and my father came in, and we sang some harmonies on one of these songs called "Once in a While" and "Own Up," which are on the first Paul and the Tall Trees record. And he heard those harmonies, and he was like, "Man, I want to bring you guys in to sing some stuff with Charles." And so we came in and we sang backing vocals on "Victim of Love" and "Strictly Reserved for You" and a couple of others. "I Hope You Find the Good Life," and uh, and it was like right before that record came out, he hit me up and he was like, "Man, do you want to go on the road with Charles and sing backing vocals?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, is it like a forever thing? Am I in it, or you just want me for this one run?" I was like, "Because I'm working at this spot, I can't take off time. But if you want me to be in it, like be in it, then yeah, fuck it, I'll do. Yeah, that sounds like a blast. Like I should do that right now while I have the chance to go travel the world with this tremendous human being." Um, and he was like, "Nah, man, you're in." So that was how that came about, just because the connection through the first Paul and the Tall Trees record. He heard the vocals, and then we did the Charles thing, and then after that, after the Charles thing, he was like, "Man, we should do a fucking doo-wop band with your brothers and your father. Like, we should make that happen." And we did. And so that's kind of how all that came about.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just luck, really, and really Tommy Brennick, man, just hooking it up, man. Just a tremendous talent who was like, "Man, I believe in what you guys got, man. So you're gonna ride with me."
That's amazing.
Super. It was super cool, man. Very grateful. Very lucky.
Before that, were have had you done some stuff like that here and there live with some people like, hey, would you mind joining this for a couple of gigs here and there? Or was this the first time for that as well?
Like to be a hired gun, I'm not good enough as a musician to be a hired gun. Like I just lucked out that I was singing on the Charles stuff, and he's like, we need to have one of your voices that's there out live. Like let's, you know." But I wasn't like playing the guitar or anything like that. Usually, the hired guns are like, you could be playing, you could do multiple things at once. And I wasn't that good. But then eventually Tommy had me start playing second guitar with Charles and stuff like that, which was fun, a lot of fun. But no, not like hired gun kind of stuff. No, no, this was like 2012, 2011. Yeah, like I said, I had stopped and I went back to college and I was working as a paralegal. I was actually going to study for I was going to study for LSAT and then see if I can get into law school like my father. And then, like I said, the job came along to go on the road, and I was like, "Man, law school could wait." You know, law school could wait.
How did your father feel about that?
Oh, he was fine. Please, he was like, "Hell yeah, go on the road. Like, absolutely, like, do that. That sounds like a blast." And my older brother William was touring with Charles here and there. Um, so we'd already had some family in the live band kind of situation. So, uh, but yeah, no, Papa's always been 100 super supportive forever. Both my folks, I'm very lucky. They've been super supportive of just any sort of crazy decision I wanted to make in life. They were just like, "All right, you figure it out. You got it. We're here if you need us." Super cool, man.
What was
Yeah.
performing with Charles like?
Oh my God. That I don't think I mean, the smile that he put on people's faces. I mean, like I said, I didn't perform with a lot of people. I didn't tour with a lot of other acts. But I've been to my share of shows and I've seen my share of artists, and the way that this man inspired people and just brought joy to people's lives, how they rooted for him and how you could tell that they were really grateful to just be there watching him do his thing after he had lived a long, tough life and he got this break. That was amazing. That was just like nothing else. I don't think I'll ever perform with someone who would give me that feeling or would can bring that feeling out in other people. Um, uh, I don't think I'll ever perform with someone like that again. And and it was really great. What I love the most about it is as like a as like a backing vocalist, guitarist, like I mean, and then with Charles being up there, it's like nobody's paying attention to you. So you can really, really have fun and be in the moment and be a part of this thing. And I mean, I would tell people I could set myself on fire on stage with Charles Bradley, and nobody would even notice that I was on fire in the corner of the fucking stage because they were so mesmerized by this human being. And so just in it with him that it was a great time in my life. I'm very, very, very lucky. I'm really grateful. It was
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there a big difference between kind of or was there a big difference between playing with him and his band and then playing in like Paul in the Tall Trees and
Sure.
kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
being a bigger focus on stage?
That's the whole thing. Like you know, when it's your thing, you're up there and you're giving your soul and you're not just a you're not just supporting somebody else who's giving their thing. Like it's your story. You're doing that thing, and the focus is on you. And I'm not the biggest fan of that. But again, I can I can separate myself from that feeling, knowing that the joy that I get out of just creating it and actually connecting with people. But sure, at moments you're just like, I don't want to be in front of all these people right now. Like I don't want these people looking. You know, this is just human.
Right. Has the way that you connect with music changed throughout the years? Not only through your own music, but listening to other people's music.
Maybe, maybe subconsciously, maybe the inspiration that comes from it is different. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Is there a song that you continue to go back to and you just never get tired of, no matter how many times you've heard it?
Ooh, there's a lot of those, man. There's a lot of them. I mean, there's a lot. There's so many. I can't. It's tough because you name one now and then you think about it. And you're like, ah, fine. I should have named this one. This one inspires me more. You know that. So being on the spot, it's tough. There's a lot though. I'm sure you have a ton. I'm sure most people have.
Not anymore. I've rid myself of
That's
those.
it. Just one.
Yeah,
That's
none,
it.
none. We're not.
Oh, none.
I'm not even a music fan anymore.
Nothing inspires you musically. Okay, that's fine. That's cool, man.
Clear palette, clear palette.
Yeah, I like it. All right. Nice.
Is that kind of longevity with those songs though? Is that sort of something that you strive to make with the music that you contribute to?
What do you mean?
Is that that interest that you have with some of these songs that you keep on coming back to? Is that
Oh,
sort of something that you're striving to
I
continue with your own
no, you
music?
don't. I don't think you strive to like write a song that someone would connect with like that. I don't think you write songs in general for anything other than for yourself in some terribly selfish manner of putting it, you know. But when there and then maybe years down the line, maybe 20, 30 years, there might be someone who's like this song, this random rare song that just came up on my in my chip in my brain algorithm that they're putting us now. I love this song and I want to hear this for the rest of my life. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe not, but that's not like
Hmm.
how maybe people do Reddit. I don't.
Well, we're asking about you, Paul, and whatever you say, that's what goes.
Thank you.
That's it. That's the only thing I want to hear.
I appreciate it.
You're speaking for all the musicians right now, so I like
every
it.
every single one ever.
All of them.
All of them. I'll take it. That's fine.
Do you try to make music that sounds like music that you like to listen to? Or do you just kind of you go, I like to listen to this, but I make that?
I don't try and make music to sound like that, but I'm certainly inspired by things. Lots and lots of music, and most of the time in my life when I've attempted to do something like that, it never sounds which is fine, which is good. That's kind of what you want. You want to be able to take the inspirations from these other songs that you've connected with, because that is why, at the end of the day, that's most likely why you want to continue to still play music, because it's like, oh, this makes me feel good. This whole thing.
Right.
So, but I don't think it ever really comes out how you are planning it to come out. At
Mm-hmm.
least it hasn't with me, which I like about that, because you don't want it to be too ever too on the head with the whole situation.
Right.
But we all have so many. I mean, just so many musical inspirations. Like, it's just crazy to think about. I'm sure most musicians these days, especially younger ones, or like, just kind of, maybe a little bit younger than me, but myself. There's so many different genres of music that I am sure we've all connected with, that it's like, okay, that inspired me, but obviously this doesn't sound anything like that. So you wouldn't be able to connect those inspirations, but that's just because nowadays I think musicians are really open to just so many different kinds of music. It might have been that way back in the day, but
It seems like it's
no.
certainly more popular now to go, the cast the net wider, so to
Yeah, yeah,
speak.
yeah, and just to be honest about it, like, yeah, like, just I mean, like, yeah, these are inspirations as well, but, like, I know I don't sound like this, but it wouldn't be fair to say I wasn't inspired by this, and this, even though the music I'm making is nothing like that,
Right.
you know?
Did you find it difficult to find your own voice, so to speak, within music? Was that ever a difficulty for you?
I I never thought about it. Um, when you're doing it, you're not thinking about it. But then I would say maybe like 10 years in, I started realizing, like, oh, cool, I have built this little, like, this is my voice. Like, this is like, like most people, can't be like, oh, this guy sounds like this dude, or this guy sounds like this guy, or stuff like that. Um, and none of it's on, you don't do it on purpose. Because I mean, I started when I was singing hardcore, I was like screaming. Like, I was inspired by that whole thing of, like, Black Flag,
Yeah,
or,
I mean, I can hear it today. Speaking about,
you know
connection
what I mean?
points.
Like, you can't hear it, but, it was there then, and so, yeah, eventually I think you do it long enough and you're like, "Oh, yeah, this is, I guess, my voice." But also, to my point earlier, it's fun to switch it up, and that is kind of what, keeps me a little bit inspired, to keep creating, is to just mess around with different vocal tones and sounds, and melodies and stuff like that.
I like it so far, Paul. I do.
Thanks, thanks. Jake. I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. I appreciate you taking the time to ask me questions and
Yeah.
hang out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I mean,
I dig it.
some of them are okay here. Some of them
I
are
mean,
not bad.
I think I do all right. I mean, I feel
Uh,
good about it.
no, you should. You should. You're professional, sir. So this is all stemming from in New York, right? Around the time that this is, I mean, in your 20s, you were still in New York, right?
Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, I
Now,
was playing out there.
what was the music scene out there like at the time of you kind of coming into your own with music, reintroducing yourself to the guitar?
Yeah, that was, like, late 90s. The music scene was shifting a little bit. There was a little bit of a lull. There was still some bands playing out, but there was like it seemed like in the Lower East Side and in Brooklyn, there was this shift from, like, the hardcore melodic, hardcore stuff, that those people were getting a little bit older, and it was the inspiration seemed to be shifting into like what became like the early aughts rock and roll thing out of New York City, which was like all those bands of the like the Yeah Yeah Yeahs and Walkman and Interpol and the Strokes, and there were a ton of other bands, the Realistics, the Cheese Long Wave. There's just a ton, but it was a different kind of music. But it was great. It was great. It was really nice. Like the Lower East Side at that time was really nice. There were great venues to play and just a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Just positive energy happening um,
Mhm.
at that time. So it was cool. It was cool. It was nice to be a little part of it, just mess around.
Did you feel that energy when you would step on stage as you would feel when you were going to a show in the audience, and has that shifted over time, your mindset on stage?
Mm, it's gotten easier for sure. Like it's I don't get nervous anymore or anything like that. Which is nice. Um, I can really enjoy it a lot more nowadays. Uh, but yeah, yeah. I mean, it's always different being on the stage than being in the crowd. You know what I
Right,
mean? To
right.
see a show that, but yeah, it's I've gotten a lot more comfortable being up there
Mhm.
at my old age and stuff.
Is there a show that you remember going to that still stands out to you now?
Ooh, there's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, I remember going to see. Geez, there were a lot. But one of my favorites was going to see Fugazi at Irving Plaza for 3 nights in a row on the Killtaker uh, tour. They did
Wow.
3 nights in a row, and those tickets were $6 a pop. I think $3 fee for Ticketmaster at the time, which was pretty shitty, but it was like $9 to go see Fugazi at Irving Plaza. Um, and I saw them 3 nights in a row, and they were just excellent. They were just excellent. Excellent.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's big. That's big time.
it was fun. It was fun.
Without naming a name, do you
Mm.
remember the worst show that you saw? And you're like, this is just
I
really
can't tell
bad.
you. You can't say that. You
Okay, I
can't.
understand. All
I'm not
right.
gonna I'm
Join
not gonna mouth my fellow artists.
So it's somebody that you know personally. Join us on the Patreon.
Man, no. It was a special one. It was really good. I saw some terrible acts. God bless my parents for taking me to those things when I was younger. Holy shit! Wow. But listen, I just bought tickets to take my girls to see Cat's Eye at the American Airlines, and mind you, I'm not saying Cat's Eye will become what Color Me Bad became, later in life for kids that age. But yeah, I'm excited to take them, and so my parents were excited to take me to see some acts that I was loving at the time that they knew deep down this is trash. This is trash. Like we're taking our son to go see trash, right? And we're supporting this and we're encouraging this.
Yeah, do you
It's
feel an
fucked up.
obligation to do that, to expose your children like, hey, here's music the same
Here,
way that you
here's some
were?
here's some terrible, terrible music that I
Maybe
want
not
you
terrible music all the
that I
time.
want you to be inspired by. Like I want you to take this. Like no, no. The truth is, like, of course, yeah. I let my daughters like whatever. That's a big part of our car ride to school in the morning. Is like we pick our songs, and while those songs, deep down, I'm like, wow, this is what I want you to be listening to. I am also fully behind if you connect with this and this is what's going to inspire you to sing and to feel this way, I support it. So yes, let's turn the volume up and let's sing this. You know?
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm lucky.
Um, do you view not only your songs, but different songs that you've loved over the years
Hmm.
through a different lens as time moves forward?
Absolutely. Sure. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Certain songs I don't connect with anymore. They were
Hmm.
strictly for that time in my life. And some songs I connect with even more as my life changes. So absolutely, I think that's I think that's common for the music listener, that they're gonna be like, oh, this doesn't resonate with me anymore, but this is hitting me harder than it did back then. Now, like in this way. So yeah, for sure.
And is that the same through your own music?
With me, like listening to my older songs.
Well, I guess when you play them, not so much putting them on to
Oh,
listen to, but
oh yeah, I like going back. Recently, I've liked going back and messing with some stuff that I wouldn't have that I wouldn't have played just a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I have kind of embraced, um, because I don't really have the time to do all of it. So I have embraced like going back and being like, oh man, this song from the first Pablo record, like you miss playing this song. Like this was fun to play. You should play this out now. And so I'll just pull out something like that. That's like, yeah, just a random tune. That's like, oh, this feels good. Like I remember where I was when I wrote this. Like this. So yeah, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to do that. Sure, you don't want to go, too deep into it. So I kind of pick one from a record here, one from a record there, and I'll just make on that. Let's mess around with that again, just for a little while.
throw it into the pot.
Yeah, like just rehash those memories and that time and that feeling and that whole thing, and that feels good.
You also wrote a song for Charles, right?
I did, yeah. Slow Love, yeah. The last song on his last record, I think it was on Changes.
Wow.
Yeah, Slow Love. Yeah, yeah. That was I was so honored to have him come and be, like, yeah, I want to sing this song. It was really cool, really cool. Yeah, what an honor. But yeah.
Was that originally a song that you wrote for yourself, or were you tasked
Um,
with writing
I
something new?
I think I was messing around with it for the Schaldas, to be honest with you. I think that was one of the songs I was messing around for the Schaldas, and
And your dad said, "No, I'm not gonna do that one. We're not doing that. So
sucks,
put it
Paul,
somewhere else."
sucks. Um, uh, no, actually, I never actually showed it to him because when we were doing the Shalada stuff in the beginning, I was just sending like Tommy and I would just work on some stuff before we gave it to Pop to be like, all right, man, now you do your thing. Like we set up here's a vibe, here's a chorus verse, here's some music, here's like a hook, like this is the main melody, this is the thing we're hearing. Um, until we just let we were just like, oh, Pop, just take over, do your thing. But but no, that was one of the ones, and I sent it to Tommy to be like, "Hey, man, maybe we use this for a shot. I don't know, like, let me know what you think." He's like, "Oh, I think this would be dope for Charles." So he was the one kind of suggested that one get shipped over.
Wow.
Yeah, super cool,
Were
super
you,
cool,
were you
super.
surprised by where he took that song?
Not really. Knowing Charles, man, like I had some melodies for it, and then I was like, you know what, man, you gotta let the man do his thing. Like don't like I remember Tommy being like, man, you should get in there and help him with the verse melodies. Uh, Man, we were fucking. It was what a great time, man. How lucky, man. We was just sitting there drinking fucking beers and smoking blunts and like, man, you should go in there, fucking you should go help him out, like work through this. And I was like, all right. And walked in, I gave him like half a line. I was like, man, nah, man, Charles, just do your thing, man. Do your thing. Like, go ahead, go for it. Like these are the lyrics. These are some of the lines. Like, go nuts, man. Like, do you like, please, like that's what we want. And yeah, he just did his thing.
What was it like seeing him do it? Seeing him put his own flavor into it?
Oh, it's amazing. But I've seen him do that. I mean, I've seen him do that with other cover songs and just in general, like with his own stuff. Even when we played live, he would throw a little something in there that was, different from what was on the record. Like he just had that thing, like, and you were just always so, again, you were just always so happy, even if it was off time or the wrong words or something. You're just like, yeah, man, Charles, fuck yeah, dude, do your thing. Like you could not be happy for the man. Like it just like you truly wanted to root and see this man win. Like that's just it. Like that's the feeling. Like anybody I met who met him or was around him felt.
The just radiated joy.
Yeah, truly. just fucking joy and love. Like it's far the fuck out, man. It was gorgeous. It really was cool.
Mhm. When you left his band eventually, what was the next thing you jumped into after that?
I was a daddy. That's it, man. Like I was just like I was with my baby girl, and we were gonna do this thing. We're gonna figure this shit out, And that was amazing. And that's what took me from New York to Texas. I took a job. I took a 9 to 5, so that I could be home, and then we had good health benefits. Um, and that was it. And it wasn't honestly, it wasn't until like I was messing around and I was working on like we were waiting. I had moved right out of New York to Texas right when, and I mean, bless my folk of fucking my family of Big Crown, man. They always supported and they were like, listen, man, we just recorded this whole new record. I get you like you're done, like you're going to move to Texas, like we'll get this done when you're ready and you're comfortable. And they always had my back and they always fully supported me and they never put any sort of pressure or any sort of feeling of like, yo, you gotta go, let's So truly just a family crew over there. And so I was messing around with mixing that record while I was raising Charlie and getting my life started out here. Um, but it really wasn't until I separated that I found, I found myself, we split custody 50-50, and I found myself the half of the time I didn't have my kids out here in Texas. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing in Texas right now? Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, why am I here if I don't have my fucking children? And it took me a minute to be able to channel all of that energy and that whole situation into like, all right, you pick up the guitar, play the music again. Like you have the time. Like this is the like you're forced to have this alone time. You're in fucking timeout, dude. Like fucking go play some fucking guitar, go hang out with your friends, go like get involved in the community, like whatever it may be. So that's kind of when I was like, oh, all right, I'll start doing this again. And it's been nice. It really has been. It's been nice.
What was the return like coming
Well,
back to it after stepping away for a bit?
man, it felt great. It felt great. I felt guilty a little bit because I knew why I was able to do it um, was because of everything I'd been through, and that because I am splitting custody. I don't have them, so you feel. I felt a little guilty about it. Uh, but then eventually it was like, man, you love this. Like this is great. Like you miss this. Like do this. Like this makes you feel really good. Like do this. Um, and so yeah, it became easy after that.
I kind of like the idea of like when you were younger, you kind of set it aside, came back when you were 20, put it down again, come back. I kind of like that the idea for you, Paul. Just kind of,
Thank
yeah,
you,
I'm doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm
thank
doing it again.
thank you. Yeah, I mean that's like I said earlier. Yeah, I always knew I would always play the guitar and play music and sing really at whatever level of doing it. And I was still doing it. It was just at a smaller level when I was with the kids full time. And like I said, since I don't have that half the time with them anymore, it's like, oh, okay, I could do this even more now. And you do love it, so do it. So that's allowed me to do all these other projects and then mess around and just have that free time to focus on it. So it's
Hmm.
cool. It is.
And your debut solo album, we'll call it,
Mm-hmm.
lately
Lately, yeah.
came out this last November, right?
Yeah, yeah, just like what is that? 10 months ago? No, that's too much. Like 8 months ago, nine
Yeah,
months
yeah.
ago, which it feels like a lot longer of a time, but like I feel like it came out a while ago, but I can't believe it's only been 8 months. And we have a new single coming out 2 weeks, the 7th of July, which is
Wow.
cool too. Which is part of this like deluxe um, companions lately companions piece we're putting out. That's like a couple of songs that weren't released on the record, but kind of recorded and written and thought of during that time, stuff like that. So we have a bunch of that coming out. but there's a new single from that coming out in July, which I'm really excited about.
What has it been like kind of working in all these different corners of music? Both with, helping other people out on their stuff and making songs with your brothers and your father and making your own stuff and just kind of this whole journey that we've been kind of going down. What has it been like to kind of exist in all these fields?
Oh, it's lovely, man. I mean, there's no other way of putting it. It's I'm very lucky and really grateful that I not only, I mean, aside from doing it with my folks, which and my brothers, my family, like that, just the community and the way to the way to express yourself and meet people and connect with other musicians. I've been really lucky, and I think energies, they attract, and so you kind of attract the energies that that you're putting out there, and I feel grateful that um, the energies that I've been attracting are really beautiful souls, like truly wonderful people that I'm really grateful and that I'm inspired by, and then I owe a great deal of everything I have going on today and anything I've had in the past to them. I'm really lucky. I'm grateful. It's
That's
cool, man.
it's fantastic. Um,
Thanks, Jacob.
Paul, I appreciate you being here, sir. But before I let you go, we got
Of
we got
course.
we got some stuff to go over.
All
Like we
right.
are just mentioning the debut album lately, alongside the Shalada's music is streaming everywhere, as well as Los Los, right?
Yeah, Las Los. Yeah, yeah,
Los
yeah.
Los music,
Max, my man Max, he's on the new record. He came in just a couple of months ago. He helped me produce and write a whole new the second Paul Schalda record. Like he's coming on tour with me when I go on the road with Built to Spill. Him and Ben from Las Los are coming out on the road with the Built to Spill thing, and we're gonna be doing a bunch of Las Los songs and a bunch of Shalada songs and a bunch of Paul Schalda. Like it's exciting. I'm really excited for that.
that's fantastic. When does that start?
That starts September 17th in Fort Collins at the Aggie in Colorado. And it ends somewhere in Colorado, and we make our way south down to New Orleans at some point. It's up on all the socials and stuff. You
Right
can check.
on. That's
Yeah,
great.
it's exciting. And also, and just we're gonna be the Charlottes will be in your neck of the woods October 4th. In Los Angeles playing fudge, I forgot the name of the place we're playing. But you should come out.
It's somewhere out there. I'm gonna try to make it out there. Yeah,
Yeah,
October 14th. But yeah,
4th.
where can everybody get the information about
You
all these little things?
you can
Where's the
go to
best
like
place?
I think the easiest thing is just my Instagram is Paul Schalda music. That's the handle. You can
Fantastic.
go to the Spotify's, you can go to the Apples, you can go to all the streaming things, the YouTubes and stuff like that, and grab and listen to it.
Wherever
But if
people
you
get
want to
their
keep
music,
up,
that's where you're at.
yeah, kind of like we're kind of in all those spots. And the way to catch up on like shows and stuff like that is just to go to the Instagram. I don't mess with the TikToks or the. I have an account, but I don't fuck with it too much. I don't.
Not yet. We're gonna get you into it. And one more time with the in early July, new stuff coming out.
Yeah, July 7th. July
July
7th,
July
new single.
7th.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So
Yes, sir.
keep an eye out on that, and whatever other affiliate links for all these different groups will be below whatever people are listening to this on. And Paul, I appreciate you coming on here very much, sir. Thank you, thank
Jacob,
you.
I'm so happy you asked me on, man. It's really nice to meet you, and thanks for being so kind.
Yeah, well, but next time it's really
I
gonna get
know.
up,
Yeah.
Paul. You're the man. Thank you so much. I'm gonna stop recording this, and I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay.
All right. Thanks. Thanks.
Bye.